if you think about it, like the sleep I get is even worse.
Mate,
That's
yeah, your sleep schedule.
yeah,
What?
yeah. But anyways, going back to health and fitness.
I mean,
I mean,
sleep is
it
a
does,
huge part
it
of
is
health, isn't
health.
it?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I feel like for me, sleep is a weird one because everyone has their own. Well, I found everyone has their own sort of optimum sleep.
100%.
And for me, I felt like this is the best time to be testing it, and I've been testing it. As in the time I go to sleep and the length of sleep. So recently, not recently, I'll say like since March, so like, geez, it's nearly May. Like end of March, start of April, I was obviously sleeping. I had like a nice schedule. I was going to bed at like 11, 12, waking up around 7 a.m., 6:37.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I felt fine. Like that's a 7 hour sleep for me I found that is my like peak. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Anything more than 7 hours, I start to get like weird dreams, and I feel even more groggy when I wake up. So it's
How
like,
could that be though? Because surely you're not having like dreams whilst you're, you know, you only have dreams in that deep sleep REM state, and
yeah.
you don't really have
So what happens is, since I tested wait
much sleep
sleeping
in the
loads,
whole.
right? Let's say I go to bed like midnight. I wake up. My body would wake up by itself around like 7, 8, right? And I'd
Yeah, yeah.
force myself to go back to sleep. And it's during that time where I re-force myself to go back to sleep. It's almost like I enter like an instant REM sleep. So these dreams like are really
No, I do,
weird.
I do, I do know what you mean. Like sometimes if I have a weird sleep, I wake up and I've had like a night of just, you know, when you have like a night and it just feels like a fever dream because all you're remembering like tiny fragments of waking up or just having really vivid dreams or just having lots of dreams. Well, I don't know if that's just me, but
No,
sometimes I
that's
have
me.
those
Yeah, yeah.
nights, man, where you just think, what the fuck has that night been like? It just feels like really surreal. You wake up and you don't feel well rested. You don't feel like you've had a good night's sleep, and it just feels pretty rubbish all around.
Yeah. No, I've experienced that. I experienced that today as well because obviously it also depends on like where you're sleeping. Because I was reading somewhere that when you are sleeping in a certain environment for so long, let's say your bed, your single bed in your house or double bed, whatever, in your house, in your room, your body
Yeah.
becomes acclimated to that environment. So whenever you sleep somewhere else, it's almost like on guard. It's not fully 100% able to sleep
Mate,
to its maximum.
I was 100%. I could tell you that for a fact is true because I slept in the same bed on the same mattress in the same room in the same house for 16 years, and then
Yeah.
as soon as I moved out, like I'd wake up every morning for months afterwards, you know, just not sure where I was. I was literally just like woke up like, what the
Whoa.
fuck? Where am I?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I suddenly realized that my bedside table was not my old bedside table. I'd be like, fuck, I'm not even in their house. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would just have I'd have pretty rough sleep, and especially now, like going back and forwards from like different uni accommodations, uni houses, and home, and like I've got to go to two homes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally sleeping all over, or I'm sleeping in different places all the time now, so I'm a bit more used to it. But it still
Yeah.
hits me like you do feel like you've got to be comfortable in your sleeping zone, like your personal space.
100% agree. And with you, Raj, did you find that sleeping more or less helped you with sort of just gym in general, like gaining muscle? Do you find sleeping to be like a big factor for you?
I don't know. I think before, because obviously I used to game a lot, so my sleeping would be always like over the like moon. But I think ever since I started gym, I think I've like increased on my hours. Like I think 1 or 2 hours extra. I think on my sleep. So I think it does help in the long run with it, because I do get tired during the day, but I try not to have like a nap during the day, and I try to just sleep at night. But I think, yeah, I think it does help in the long run for like fitness. I think if you have a good amount of sleep, it energizes you in a way, like the next morning to, wake up and to do your fitness. Because obviously I don't do my fitness in the morning early. I do it like maybe at 11, 12. So I feel like it having a long sleep, not too long sleep, but having a good amount of sleep, yeah, I think it helps you for
What's
fitness,
a good amount
definitely.
for you?
Well, I mean, for me, I don't know if it's right, but
No, there's no right or wrong. It's just whoever like it's whatever your
I
body
have
needs.
between 8 and 9 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
That's what I go for. Yeah, and I still feel tired. But obviously, I work 2 jobs. I have uni, and then I go to the gym as well. Obviously, that stopped as well. But back then, oh yeah, 2 jobs and work. Go to the gym and do uni. I think it took a lot out of me. So I felt like I needed that sleep because I would still feel tired during the day. So I would just say I would go to bed a little bit earlier than just having a good sleep, and it would help definitely.
Yeah, I guess it's because you're using your body in so many. You're using your brain, obviously, uni and work. And you're obviously going to the gym 6 times a week, so your body's like
Mm.
exhausted in every aspect possible. And so sleep, it helps your body just recuperate and rejuvenate your